perfection. My precious G-Virus. No one will ever take you away from me.
Doctor, we're here to collect the G-Virus sample.
Sorry, but I won't just hand over my life's work.
You might hit the sample. That's it, all right. Okay, let's move out.
Alright guys, this cosplay video is going to be very different from my other ones. I'm not listing the price for this, only because it's taken me about 3 years to make this one, and I just put money into it whenever I could. I'd say maybe I've spent about $100 on it, possibly. But I'm not really sure. Anyway, so I'll walk you through what I did. I wanted to do the G2 version of Birkin, where a new head grew in and his own moved down to the chest area. Plus, I'd have one normal arm and one claw with a huge eye on the top. So I started by gluing together the frame. I knew that the head would sit above mine and had to brace the body to sit on my shoulders pretty much. And it's not very top heavy, it's just really awkward. That face though. Then I taped a piece of cardboard over the chest and glued in a plastic bowl for the growth on his chest that would eventually become another mouth. I added some cotton and latex all around to create a bubbled up skin and flesh look, and I also made the eyes and then used acrylic nails for the teeth. For some reason, I called it done and started painting. I don't know why. And it looks fine, but I could have done a lot more and made it a lot more detailed. I think I just wanted it to be done because I knew how much work had to go into it, and yeah, wasn't feeling that. So then, eventually, I decided to work on the claw arm, which was just cardboard glued in a cylinder, and the hand actually moved at one point, but I ended up taping it together for more stability. Then, of course, as I do, I duct taped over the entire arm. Here's a pic of me moving apartments, with Birkin riding in the back seat. Yeah, that wasn't awkward at all. After the move, I decided to connect the arm to the body finally. I used a lot more tape to tape over the already painted body just because I wanted to add more firmness to it. And then I started adding my latex cotton technique to the arm too. I used a huge plastic bowl for the eyeball and taped it to the top of the arm. And this part was probably the most difficult because it took a lot just to have the arm and the body stay attached. I used hot glue and I taped it repeatedly. I think I used a whole roll of duct tape just on that section. Oh yeah, and then I got pipe cleaner and glued it all around to look like veins. The stomach area I was most worried about. I thought it looked just too plain. And then the back, of course, has another bowl glued to it and the spine, which is pretty much just cardboard. It's not protruding out like I wanted it to, and it doesn't really look realistic, but hey, I was fine with it after a while. After covering my lazy-ass paint job, I went ahead and just re-plasti dipped the whole thing red. This would give it an undertone of like a fleshy meat color, and also would help to seal it all together. After that, it took a long time to repaint. I mean like weeks and weeks and probably months. I took my time though, and tried using a lot of different skin and flesh tones. The bone parts are all a whitish yellow, and the eyes are like a neon red that supposedly glow, but I don't know if they do or not. And I still wasn't really happy with that skin tone, it was just too orange. So I mixed up another color, and I was happy with that. And then finally guys, I decided to call it done, and this is like just the other day. So I started in like 2019, and literally like a couple days ago I finished it. Otherwise, I would have just kept painting and never been satisfied. So, just to make sure I was finished for good, I covered the whole damn thing with 2 coats of clear gloss. So he's really shiny and wet and disgusting looking. And now, it's finally time to add the clothes. So, I got a lab coat and pants. I bought some cheap-ass slacks from the thrift store, and I had this random lab coat and my Halloween stuff from years ago. All I did was cut the lab coat up to fit and bloodied it up a little bit. Okay, so the costume's done, finally, and now I'm going to put it on. But just keep in mind, it takes like 2 people to put it on, and nobody else is here. So, here you go. Enjoy.